morning. Today's video is another what I eat in a day on WW or Weight Watchers. I think it's a little after 8:30 right now already. I generally wake up at like 6:30 around there, and then I went for a run today, and then I try to wait as long as possible to until I eat something for breakfast. And the reason for that is just because like I don't know if I push myself too hard, or I just have, I know I have a sensitive stomach, but I don't know if it's what that, but my stomach gets pretty messed up if I eat when it is too hot or when my body's just too tired or whatever. But it's 8:30 after and I am getting hungry, so I'm going to go have breakfast. Alright, I'm just going to have a banana, which is 0 points for my breakfast. A banana, I feel like after on running days, that it's just the perfect breakfast for me. It really helps me just feel better. But look at this banana. Can you tell it has this like extra ridge or whatever? How funny. I don't know if I've ever seen it. I'll still eat it. Yeah, so here's my breakfast for 0 points. Hi. I wanted to share with you a quick tip if you are trying to learn how to cook or become better at cooking or anything like this. And yes, and this is like possibly a very simple tip, but if you learn it the hard way, it's difficult. Please make sure you read the directions before you start cooking, like possibly a while before you start cooking, because it is the worst when you're trying to cook and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I knew I forgot something at the grocery store, and it's just the key ingredient for this one. Or, which is more in my case, if you are a very slow cooker like I am, it is more of like, alright, they say prep time is 10 minutes, cook time is 35 minutes. In Amy's world, those are never accurate. And so I feel like if I'm able to read the recipes a little bit beforehand, it could kind of give me a more realistic idea, because I know what I'm getting myself into. So for lunch, I am using a recipe. I think this person is a pretty famous like Weight Watchers food blogger and stuff, but I've never tried anything from hers. So actually this week I'm trying a couple different recipes just to see if I like her style or not, if I like her recipes. She is called the Pound Dropper. I actually don't know her real name, but it's the Pound Dropper. And for lunch, I'm going to make an easy low point fire roasted tomato basil soup. Now it's not time for lunch. It's probably like 10:30 or something like that, maybe 10. I have no idea what time it is, but I'm going to read through this and then double check. Oh, I have a question for you. Are you a person who needs to print out recipes, or can you just look at it on your phone? I used to be the type of person who would try to use it on my phone, but now that I'm like cooking at home all of the time, it's just so, I don't know, it just gets annoying to me because like my phone screen locks and I have to like do my little passcode all the time. And then sometimes like my hands are dirty and I'm like, I don't want to have to wash my hands to double check something just to get my hands dirty again. Like I would rather just to be like do 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 and then look over and be like, oh okay, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. Anyway, so I printed out, and I'm hoping once I have like enough recipes printed out and stuff to make like a DIY recipe binder and stuff like that, and have all my notes on it. I don't write notes currently, but I want to write like review notes and stuff. I don't know, I have ideas going. Anyway, that's my tip. I'm going to go read my recipe and then get back over there to work on some stuff. We have a new addition to the family. This is my basil plant. I really am not like a flowers, greenery kind of person, but I love growing herbs. It could be because I accidentally bought one before because it was the only option, and it grew so big and nice. This one is already starting out beautiful. And then these are my mom's I don't know if you could see. We got these for her for Mother's Day, I think, and I don't know what she's doing there. But they started off here. They started off as just seeds, and now they're growing. So yeah, this guy's all very big. I'm going to use them for my lunch, and I'm excited. Oh yeah, let's start making lunch. This is my lunch. It is a little bit more in points than I usually do, but I'm really excited about it. So this soup is actually, because of the lights, it looks like it has like aliens inside of it or whatever. But this soup is 0 points, grapes 0 points, and this sandwich is actually 10 points. So 6 points for the bread. This is very large bread. 1 point for half a tablespoon of light butter, and then 3 points for the cheese. But yeah, this looks amazing. Oh, and look at what just came in the mail. I'm excited about this. This is a moment to be proud of. Woohoo! 50 pounds milestone. Actually, I'm past this now too, which is awesome. But I really appreciate that they send these things even to the online only members, which I think is awesome. Lunch was so good. Really, I don't usually spend that many points on lunch, and I'll have to be smart about planning for my dinner and my snacks. But that's totally fine. It was really, really good. The soup, okay, so my favorite tomato soup is the Progresso, I think it's creamy tomato basil soup. It's so good. And I actually, my dad had this lunch too. I just made some for him. And he is very particular. He likes to just eat the same thing. And so he is a Campbell's tomato soup kind of a man, and not a homemade soup or anything. Like, he just likes it straight out of the can. And he does not really like try new things. But I said, please try it because I think you'll like it. And he tried it with a good attitude and he liked it, which I feel like that's good. It definitely, you could tell that the tomatoes are fire roasted and things like this. So it's not similar to either of those two tomato soups, but it's 0 points, which I think is like, that's amazing. That's super good. And then the sandwich, man, that was a good grilled cheese sandwich. I was excited about it. It's the sourdough bread. The sourdough bread. Do you have a particular way that you like to make your grilled cheese? Now, that's not my ultimate grilled cheese. I have my ultimate grilled cheese, but like that, I do not know. I do not have the points to make my ultimate grilled cheese sandwich. But that was like a really low key version. Obviously, it's mainly about that sourdough bread. It's so good, and it just has so much flavor. So good. Anyways, let me know if you have an ultimate grilled cheese, or if you have like your ultimate grilled cheese that you can make on a Weight Watcher version. Please let me know down below because I would love it. I really like grilled cheese, but yeah, it's kind of hard to make it very nice and point friendly. But sourdough bread is a must. Like, I could use the other bread, but it's just not the same. Anyway, I am getting back to work. I have a lot of zippers I made and stuff, so I have to cut and organize those and then get back to sewing bags. So I will talk to you guys at snack time, which probably will be pepperoni because I'm obsessed. Hi, I have a rather unpleasant update for you. So this actually happened to me on Friday too. Basically what's happening is, also this is going to be a little bit TMI, so please forgive me for this and maybe fast forward until you don't see this background for the next update if it's TMI. But basically what has been happening is that on Friday and then again today, is that in the like afternoon period, I will be having a couple of different stomach issues. I cannot think of a more delicate way to put it. Oh, you know what? It's very similar. It's very similar to very short-lived food poisoning. Alright, people, you could understand that, I think, without getting too gross. But, well, okay, basically, I'm just going to have to get gross. Diarrhea and then throwing up. But it's very, like, it's very short-lived. Like, it does not last very long. And so I have a very, very sensitive stomach. I have for a little while now. And so sadly this isn't, and I don't have a gallbladder either. I had to have that removed. So stomach problems are not traumatizing to me. Like, it really drains my energy, that's for sure, and it's really hard. But honestly, it's just kind of part of my life right now until I could figure it out. And I thought that it was because maybe I pushed myself too hard for running or anything like this. But we have a couple of theories. First of all, I really highly doubt that we are pregnant. I don't think so. I mean, theoretically it could happen, but there's just reasons why I highly doubt that it is. And plus, I feel like you hear about the throwing up, but you don't necessarily hear about the other thing. And the other thing is a lot, I don't know. Don't think it's that, but did consider it. there are really two other options. I'm very, I don't know if I would call myself completely lactose intolerant, because I can have lactose in small quantities without having issues. But I did have Greek yogurt that was in the soup, and I did have butter, and I did have cheese, so it could be a lactose thing. I just don't feel like it is, because I would have similar symptoms if I was lactose intolerant. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it is lactose. Another thing which Eric really thinks that it is, and it might be, is he thinks that it is dehydration. I drink a ton of water. I don't document, because honestly, I just drink a ton of water, and I don't tell you guys, because why? You don't need to be like, oh, here's another water bottle, you know, like, I drink a ton of water. I just constantly sip it and things like that. And then I have a banana like I showed you today after my run. So I felt like that was enough, but Eric is kind of convinced that it's not enough it's just not enough to replenish me. So he gave me one of these on Friday. So he gets himself, he loves like sports drinks. He likes this Gatorade Zero. Actually, I think he likes the Propel or something, which I think is nasty. I do not like it. But these are okay. But I really like, I'm very boring in what I like to drink. Like, I drink water all the time. I drink at least one Diet Coke every day. I like Diet Coke. And then before, and I would still, but it's too high in sugar, I love juices, like all sorts of juices. And now Eric and I have starting on like our weekend, for like our weekend dessert, we have Diet A&W, which I love. It's so good. It just tastes so sweet and delicious. But honestly, I don't really care for, like, I'm not into sparkling water. I'm not into other types of sodas. I'm not into like I'm not really into the things you put in water, you know, the little, I just drink water. Like, I'm fine with that. And so sports drinks kind of like, I just am not a fan of sports drinks and stuff, but I think I'm going to have to start drinking them, because it's really starting to affect me if I really am dehydrated, and just regular water and bananas and a banana afterward is not enough. I don't know, my body is still like, I am still learning about my body and how to fuel it and how to take care of it and how to treat it well, and I want to do that, and hopefully my body will do the same to me, right? Do unto others, me and my body. All right, yeah, so if you guys have ever trained for running, and I would really like to hear your takes on, like, especially if you have a really sensitive stomach, because it's not like, I actually am really enjoying, as much as you could enjoy running. I think it's great because I continually can push myself physically, and I have like goals, you know, and it's so motivating to like have goals and then to get stronger every week. It really helps with consistency and stuff. Yeah, so if you have tips, I would really appreciate hearing them. But I'm going to continue to work, because honestly, like, I don't feel like, I'm really tired and I'm really drained and a little bit spacey, but I don't feel bad, and I have a lot of work to do. So I'm going to continue to work and sip on this, and hopefully I will feel better. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope I did not scar you with too much information. I don't know how, in case you can't tell, I battle with figuring out that line of what to share and what not to share. All right, I'll stop talking now. I'll talk to you later. Hi, so because I wasn't feeling very well, I just didn't feel like eating a snack today, so I didn't. And actually, I changed up what I was going to have. I was going to have this pasta dish, but pasta, a lot of times I'll put like Parmesan cheese or whatever, so and I don't want any dairy just in case. So thankfully I have one of my emergency meals from Trader Joe's, which I firmly believe in for so many reasons, to just have like quick, easy meals. Let me show you what it is. So I already have rice going, and this is the first time I'm going to try it. It's barbecue chicken teriyaki, and I have shown you a lot of times how I make my asparagus, but I'm going to have it with a side of asparagus with the rice. And actually, I'm not going to film this because it's really weird, but you're supposed to basically microwave it, which seems weird to me, but I've been looking at a couple of different reviews, and people tried the microwave method and they seem to like it. So I'm going to microwave my chicken, which I don't know, just seems weird, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, this is what I ended up having for dinner. It is 10 points, 6 points for the rice, 4 points for the cup of chicken. Then I just have some asparagus and an apple. Hello from my workroom again. I just wanted to let you know that dinner was pretty solid. I really liked it. So basically it was 0 point for breakfast, 10 point for lunch, and 10 point for dinner, and I'm not going to eat anymore. I still have some work to do, so I think that I am going to get going on it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sticking in here with me. But hey, Weight Watchers, even when you're not feeling that great, it can still be done. It can still be done. Yeah, so if you are new, please subscribe. I promise I am not always feeling terrible. If you like these what I eat in a day videos, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.